Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Kestler, and today I'm very excited to show you this video presentation about a recent study in the field of epidemiology that has sparked my interest, and I believe it's a very good topic for this presentation. I would like to start telling you the name of the article. The name of the article is "Are Women Who Smoke at a Higher Risk for Lung Cancer Over Men Who Smoke?" Now, I would like to start telling you why this study was performed. The reason why this study was performed was simply to find out if women are more susceptible to lung cancer over men. Worldwide, lung cancer incidence is decreasing and leveling off among men. However, it is rising among women. Now, we all know that smoking leads to lung cancer. However, we may not know that lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer mortality worldwide, with almost 1.4 million deaths per year. Now, among men, it is still the most common cancer, with 1.1 million cases. Among women, it is fourth. However, it is the second in the number of deaths, with 427,000 deaths a year. Now, to begin, we have to specify the connection between the exposure and the disease. Now, there's many explanations that have been proposed that show that females may be more susceptible to lung cancer due to smoking tobacco. The first explanation is that biologically, estrogen receptors are present in the lung tissues that could accelerate the metabolism of smoke-related carcinogens and other problems that may lead to lung cancer faster in women than in men. The second explanation is that DNA in female smokers inherit a genetic polymorphism affecting the detoxifying enzymes of the lungs that help clean up the tar left by the smoke that could explain higher susceptibility in women over men. In addition, several lifestyle factors related to smoking habits or environmental and occupational exposure could account for some sex differences when it comes to smoking and lung cancer. Now, the hypothesis in this article. Although the scientists conducting this study did not clearly state their hypothesis, the article showed strong evidence suggesting their prediction. After thoroughly reading this article, it was very clear that the scientists hypothesized that women would be more susceptible to lung cancer from smoking tobacco. They also provided the explanations to their predictions. Now, in every study, there's major techniques that are used. The article employed various types of techniques in order to produce realistic but reliable conclusions to their data. The scientists tested sex-smoking interactions in association with lung cancer risk within a population-based control study. Now, the study included 2,100 incidents of lung cancer cases. 448 of these were women and 1,600 were men. The study also provided 2,120 population controls, and in those 500 were women and 1,600 were men. Now, the subjects were from the ages of 35 to 79 at the age that they received their diagnosis. The subjects were recruited in 13 hospitals and contacted through the family physicians, and all participants signed a consented form. Controls were randomly sampled from population databases of the area. This study was also approved by the United States National Cancer Institute. All the subjects underwent a computer-assisted personal interview for the collection of extensive information on the major risk factors for lung cancer. They also completed a self-administered questionnaire on aspects of behavior possibly associated with smoking persistence. Now, what were the major results of this article? Was the thesis supported? Are there any further or future studies that will be conducted on this matter? Now, the result of this article surprised me. It was not what I expected. In the population of subjects who were normal or light smokers, the study found that men had the highest incidence of lung cancer and other related diseases. However, in the group of subjects who were very heavy smokers, women had the highest incidence of lung cancer and smoke-related diseases. Now, despite all the biological explanations of why women could be at a higher risk of lung cancer over men, the study did not find strong correlation that may indicate that women are more susceptible to have lung cancer over men, or that men are more susceptible to have cancer over women. So, the information found in this study did not support the scientists' hypothesis that women are at a higher risk of having lung cancer from smoking tobacco. Since the scientists did conduct a very well research, there were no indications of future or further studies on this research matter. Now, why did I choose this article? And was this article informative and clear? I chose this article because it was very interested to me, and throughout the process of this epidemiology course, I have been really interested in smoke-related diseases and cancers. In addition to that, there is many male figures in my family that have been heavy smokers throughout their whole lives and have not had lung cancers. However, there's also many women in my family that are smokers and have not been diagnosed or have had any incidents of lung cancer or any smoke-related diseases. In conclusion, this article was very interesting, very informative, despite the surprising information and despite the surprising amount of evidence. It was very easy to read and it was very clearly written. I thought you guys would like to read it. Now, on to the peer review of the article. I would like to begin by giving you guys a synopsis of the article. The intro of the article. Well, the purpose of this article was to conduct a study in order to investigate if women that smoke are at a higher risk of lung cancer over men. The methods that this article utilized were that it was a population-based control study, and the scientists conducted a computerized assessment that extensively gathered the information about patients with lung cancer. The study was conducted with men and women from ages of 39 to 75, which is when they actually received their diagnosis, and included many self-assessments questions about smoking habits and frequency. So how frequent they smoked and how much they smoked. Now, in the results, the scientists were able to find out that in the subjects that smoked regularly and normally, maybe light smokers, men had a higher incidence of lung cancer. However, in the other hand, the subjects who were heavy smokers, women had the higher incidence of lung cancer. Now, the results did not yield strong evidence that prove women are at higher risk of lung cancer from smoking tobacco over men equally have a risk of lung cancer if they smoke tobacco. In the discussion section, the article provides different studies that also support their results and that there is enough evidence that women are not at a higher risk from smoking tobacco over men. The article also conveys the accuracy and reliability of their data, since they were able to gather a lifelong information from each individual that was involved in the study. Now, for the peer review, I would like to talk about the strengths and limitations of this article. In my opinion, the strengths of this article were that they did a very extensive amount of research and gathered a great amount of information from each individual who had lung cancer, their smoking habits, their smoking frequency, and how much they smoked per day. Now, the limitations that I found were that weakness spots in the article were because they only targeted a small group of individuals in local towns in Italy. Now, this study was only conducted in people who lived in that area, So this limits the study to a certain race or a certain population. Now, I want to talk about the article's public health implications. This article is very involved in the field of public health. Lung cancer among men and women is responsible for many deaths per year, with the results indicating that men and women are both generally equally affected by smoking tobacco. It is imperative that smoking and related diseases is a public health issue. My name is Carlos Kestler, and this is Epidemiology 306. Thank you.